The next is the Waihoro Spreydon-Cashmere Community Board. And I think rather than Carolyn today, we've got Lee Sampson, Deputy Chair.
We have. Morning, Tim.
Oh, and you've got someone with you.
I've got a 2IC, yes. This is Aubrey.
Hello, Aubrey.
Oh. Okay. Whoa. Do you want to listen? Oh. Okay.
Is she the youngest that we've had in front of the council?
There you go.
I've had baby before.
There you go. There you go.
Ah.
There you go. She does come to some briefings, so she's kind of a little bit used to this, but yeah.
That is very sensible.
Okay.
Listen to Dad.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
We've obviously got apologies from Carolyn. She had a wee eye-up yesterday, so you know Carolyn, she'll be bouncing back the next couple of days, but we do wish her a speedy recovery, so hence the 2IC. Obviously, we've got Joe Wells with us today and Aubrey. No parties from our community board, so we just ask that this report is received. Significant projects in our ward, I'll just briefly go through those. We've got the Dyers Pass Safety Works. Obviously, it is what it is. It's just something we've got to nut out and do. There's obviously 7.2 million of safety improvements. It's a little bit disruptive, but we've just got to get on and do it. I think the information that's been given out has been quite good, and the contact numbers. So it is problematic, especially at weekends, but we've just got to get on and do it. Pioneer, we're doing earthquake strengthening there at the moment. But just note that a lot of facilities are still open, so I just want to reiterate that the fitness centre is still open, Learn to Swim is still opening, so it's just the main pool and spa and sauna that's closed at the moment. Similarly, the Norwest Arc, that's all but finished through our ward as well, so really pleased to see that really come to fruition really quickly. So it's actually, yeah, from going there a couple of months before Christmas to seeing that already done, that's fantastic. So great project. I'm just going to go into giving you a bit of a snapshot of the last 4 to 6 weeks and also look at some of the forthcoming events. So this is South Library Christmas Market. So this is a farmers market that we held on the 24th of December. We have been trying to activate the spaces around South Library for years, yonks, and I want to give kudos to Joe and also Emma Pavey for being quite inventive about how we brought this to fruition. So Christmas Eve, we had a heap of people turn up, as you can see on the photos. It was embraced by the library staff. It was embraced by the cafe. So I think we need to have be a bit more creative how we activate the spaces around our facilities as well. Especially South Library, it could fit so much better on its context in responding to the river, you know, and the spaces around it. So just a great event, and it's local currencies, it's fresh produce, it's all the things that we really embrace as a community board. So yeah, that was a great event, and we watch this space. We want to try and make that happen more and more in the future. I think a few people have talked this morning about the value of local events. I know Alex spoke about that earlier, but this was a wee event that we had on Barrington Park. We just, sausage sizzle, had some games out. But, we had 150 people turn up. And this is about bringing community together at very low cost. And this built on we had a superheroes event about 18 months ago. So we're just trying that formula again. And we worked in with the library at Spreydon. So great little event. Okay, Innovating Streets. We have a report coming back next month. This has been a really interesting process. So this is a bottom-up project where we're working hands-on with the community. It's not always been easy. I think it's probably fair to say, because the community has quite high aspirations, and I think sometimes it gets dumbed down by what are NZT regulations or council regulations. So I've got to give some more kudos to Claire Piper there, the way she's worked with that community and maybe tempered expectations a little bit. But we've got a programme, something's going to be happening there, and it's going to be a really great pilot. So we've got the Beckenham project, and we've also got the Spreydon project. So really great to see innovative projects coming into our community. So, thank you. What have we got next? We have, so this is another pilot in our ward. So this is a legacy issue for Spreydon-Cashmere. The retirement village on Rose Street, they do all of their laundry from the city, from the one site. And what we found is that odours have been passing the boundary. ECAN have now got a new app that they're piloting with us. So we've been able to actively track when there's been any indiscretions. So now we've all agreed that there's a problem. And now we're now trying to move into a collaborative phase where we're trying to get this issue fixed with ECAN. But there's a little app that they've invented that we've been able to track when odours have passed the boundary. And now we've agreed as an issue. We've just got to get down and to solve it. So really nice to see what's been a long-running issue to hopefully coming to an end. So I know Melanie's been quite active with this one as well. So we're getting somewhere. And this is the age-friendly Spreydon-Cashmere really starting to get wings as well. We have had a student working for us from the Canterbury University. They've been mapping out any potential shortcomings in our bus stops and also proximity to seats as well at bus stops. So we had Dr. Angela Curl, who's actually from Otago University, but she had recruited Mohammed Mays from Canterbury University to do the mapping, the analysis work, and report on the shortcomings. So now we've got the data, it leaves us in a position where we can start to advocate for our community. So it's another great work stream coming out of the age-friendly project that we're running locally. So what we've got in front of us here is a youth festival. So this is the 27th of February. I think there's a few things happening that day. So this is about raising awareness about the risk of teen suicide. So we know that's one of societal's. Statistically, it's shocking, isn't it, in New Zealand at the moment? So it's going to be an event. It's a motorcycle tour, which is going to go from the Good Home in Ferrymead to Little River and then to Hoonhay Park, and then there's going to be a number of events. The event is supported by the Crossover Trust, Tribal Nations Motorcycle Community as a community entity, Spreydon Youth Community Trust, Rowley Resource Centre, Suburbs Rugby, and obviously the council. So we are gently highlighting suicide awareness and prevention, and we're expecting anywhere between 50 to 200 riders. So hoping Melanie's going to dust off your Harley from your garage, and you've got a scooter, mate. I don't know if that counts to get to Little River, but yeah, no, it's going to be a great event, and lots of things happening on the 27th at Hoonhay Park from 1 o'clock when the motorcade kind of arrives at the park. So great work. And I'm not going to go into much detail on this. I'm going to leave this to Carolyn to talk to next month. I am going to advise you not to Google adult playgrounds, though. That's what I've been told not to. But seriously, it's stimulated a conversation in the community. We know we're living more insular lives. We know we need to keep communities connected, and so there is a serious conversation to be had. So we've approved a feasibility study.
It was a joy to see that picture in the paper.
It was great.
Absolute joy.
Yeah.
That's the lady that invented sex and drugs and rock and roll, isn't it?
That is right. Apparently so. Yeah. Apparently so. But hey. But yeah, it's good to have the conversation, and we look forward to seeing what the feasibility study comes back with. So That, in a nutshell, is us, but it's been a really positive few weeks, to be honest, and lots of fun things happening on the community level. So, thank you. Any
Thank you. Are there any questions?
questions?
Tim.
First of all, thanks, Lee, for jumping in for Carolyn. With regards to the Bupa issue, and Melanie's been doing a great job on it. It is a thing for us to look at in our district plan, which is another hangover for independence hearing panels kind of pushing in, is that Bupa, basically you have a number of rest homes, and to obviously make it more efficient, you have one laundry for them all, because they're all under hospitals, same terms in our district plan, which is not right. And this has been an issue going on for many, many years with regards to the local residents having smells from a commercial laundry, basically, because all the laundry comes from all over Christchurch to one laundry because it's a big facility. It's allowed in our district plan, and yet it's another thing we do have to address and look at, because this is just going to keep happening throughout the city. So yeah, but thank you, Melanie.
Thank you for highlighting it. There are a number of issues like that. Yeah. You happy to move? And seconded by Melanie. So I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no.
Thank you.
That's carried. Thank you very much.